What's going on, Shady people? ShadyPenguinn here, welcoming you to our very first UCL Season 3 team builder. Today, we're going to be prepping for the Pittsburgh Pichus, coached by Numb Nexus. Now, originally, I wanted to go ahead and start from absolute scratch with zero brain pre-knowledge of my opponent's team and thoughts of what I'm bringing, but I tried that and I literally had 45 minutes of me drooling. So, instead, I went ahead and I took a break. This was happened like 2 days ago, and I just kind of mulled around some thoughts and did my basic ideas of what I wanted to do. And I'm gonna walk you guys through what that looked like for this week and then build it live. You guys can see I have no Pokemon here right now on this team in Pokemon Showdown. So we're gonna be using Showdown to do the building. But before we do that, I'm gonna tell you guys exactly how I start. So I start my team building by looking at my opponent's team. We're gonna do this every week. So my opponent's team is terrifying. It's absolutely terrifying. It's got Tapu Koko, Mega Lopunny, Victini, Crocodile, Suicune, Nihilego, Snorlax, Serena, Zygarde, 10%, Steelix, Uxie, and Icelgor, along with the electric Z Crystal. So that's very, 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 very scary. I'm gonna name this team for Squealord. So the first thing I like to do is just look at common weaknesses or common types that he might have. So when looking at his team, we see that he has at least he has 4 Pokemon weak to ground type moves. He has Tapu Koko, Victini, Nihilego, and Steelix. Now, of course, he's got 12 Pokemon and he's only gonna bring 6 of them. So I don't really like to guess which 6 right away that he's gonna bring. First, I just like to look at the common weaknesses and keep those in mind as I build. So like I said, 4 weaknesses to ground. He also has 3 ground types in Crocodile, Zygarde, and Steelix. So obviously those all share common weakness. Almost all share, and Ice Beam's gonna hit Steelix really hard. So he has no special defense. So we can see that special ice type moves are gonna do work against the good about 3 of his team members as well, with Zygarde, Crocodile, and Steelix. And his Serena is also weak to ice. So it's another Pokemon that's weak to ice. So he actually has 4 Pokemon that aren't gonna take special ice type moves very well. That's good to note for sure. He doesn't really have any other super common weaknesses that are glaring to me. He has 2 psychic types, so that's something to keep in mind. He's only got 1 electric type. He's got 1 water type. He's got 2 Pokemon that are weak to fire, but he's got plenty of 3 Pokemon that are weak to fire, but he's got plenty of resistances for that. So I'm not really planning on fire being a super offensive pressure for this team. Zygarde resists it. Nihilego resists it. Victini resists it. Crocodile has Intimidate and doesn't take super effective damage from it. Did I say Zygarde? Zygarde resists it as well. So it's not a big thing. So after looking at common weaknesses and common types that he has on his team, I like to look at his speed. Look at my opponent's speed. So his fastest Pokemon is Mega Lopunny, which is base 135, and his slowest Pokemon is probably Snorlax. I don't actually know what speed it is. We can actually check really quick using Showdown. Snorlax is base 30. That's probably his slowest Pokemon. And then I like to take note of other speed. So Suicune is base 85. I think Crocodile is 92. So those are important speeds. Nihilego's, you guys, he's 103, so he's very fast. His team is very, very fast. Tapu Koko's base 130, Lopunny's 135, Victini's 100, Crocodile's 92, Nihilego's 103, Zygarde is 115. So look at his fastest 3 Pokemon. Mega Lopunny, Tapu Koko, and Zygarde. I really believe he's gonna bring these 3. I really, really, really believe he's gonna bring these 3. And they're extremely fast. His whole team is pretty fast. He's got the speed advantage on me. My fastest Pokemon on my team, I believe, is my Tornadus, and it's base 121. Then we have my Raikou, which is 115, and we have my Mega Lottie, which is 110. So it's really not, I'm at a disadvantage when it comes to pure natural speed. So because of that, I really need to make sure that either I either try to slow his team down with Thunder Waves. He's got a lot of immunities to that, though, so that's gonna be tough. I don't have any Glare users, so that's also extremely tough for me. So that's really not gonna be an option. Slowing him down is not gonna be an option. So the only other option is to speed myself up. And I think speed wins games. If you don't, I can't build a defense on my team that's gonna be able to handle his offensive pressure. I really don't think so. Not with Tapu Koko, Electric Terrain, and Mega Lopunny, and Nihilego. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get around that. So I'm gonna go for my win condition is actually gonna be Metagross. Now the reason why I'm choosing Metagross is because Metagross has really high base stats. base 80 HP, base 135 attack, base 130 defense, and 90 special defense is nothing to write, nothing too shabby. 90 defense is nothing too shabby. So I want this thing to be my, it doesn't have any times 4 weakness. It's not weak to any of his super hyper aggressive mons besides the Zygarde. Zygarde is the one big thing that I'm afraid of, but I just have to, I can't not bring this Metagross. I cannot make this not my Metagross Mimikron. Of course, he has a Victini, which does outspeed me, but it doesn't outspeed me after an agility. So after much deliberation, I decided that we're gonna go with an agility Metagross. Now, the way I decide how much speed investment I'm gonna do is we bring this sucker down to level 50 because all battles are done at level 50. And his Lopunny is his fastest Pokemon, 135. So we'll bring this Lopunny down to level 50 and we'll give him a positive speed nature. 205, so that means after an agility, I need to be 206, which means that I need to go ahead and have 103 speed, which allows me to go max attack adamant. Oh, I guess it's 248. There's no point in going. Why are you 0 IV? What are you doing? Okay, there we go. 252, and the rest can go in HP, and it stays an odd number, which is awesome. Otherwise, we'd have to finagle a little bit, but this is fine. He's gonna be an adamant Metagross. Now we're gonna run agility. The reason why I chose this is because Metagross does get access to Earthquake, and as I said, he's got 4 Pokemon that are weak to Earthquake. And I really think 3 of them are coming. I really think Tapu Koko, Victini, and Nihilego are coming. Nihilego might not come, and that'll be a relief, honestly, for me if he doesn't come. But it's the fact that I can learn agility and also have coverage is really, really, really important to me. Also, Metagross has clear body, so the only thing he can really do is burn me. Burning me would be the only way he can really stop this, or paralyzing me, obviously. But we're gonna plan for that later on with our Pokemon, with the rest of our team. This is gonna be our win con right here. Now, the other thing I really like is that I can go with a Zen Headbutt for my stab. Now, honestly, I'm not too thrilled about Zen Headbutt. Because it is a little inaccurate. Where is Zen Headbutt? It's 90% with 80 damage. And that's really not that strong. But it does cover the Mega Lopunny. It does one-shot it when it connects. And that's really all I need it for, honestly. The only other Pokemon that walls this thing really bad looking at his team is the Uxie, because I'm gonna be going Earthquake, Zen Headbutt, and our last move is gonna be Ice Punch. So we have to get rid of the Uxie before we start this late game sweep. I'm not too afraid of it now. Like this, for example, this is why I'm not too afraid of the Zygarde. Zygarde does not eat an Ice Punch well. I'm pretty sure Zygarde gets one shot. In fact, I'll run the calcs really quick. Let's go Metagross, all out attacker, adamant. And then we're gonna go with a Zygarde 10%. Ice Punch, yeah, Ice Punch one shots easily. So as long as I get the agility up, as long as I set up on one of his slower mons or one of his mons that can't do much to me, an example of that would probably be Crocodile. Crocodile's really not Crocodile, oh my gosh, that's Earthquake City. I wouldn't say Suicune, I would say Nihilego. If he brings the Nihilego, I can set up on this thing. I can click agility as he switches out because there's no way he's staying in. Because of that, I'm gonna go with the Psychium Z, because the Psychium Z is very important. It does 75-ish% to a Suicune with the Zen Headbutt. I don't know why my dog has to choose to bark right now. Kyrie, you're so cute and I love you, but come on. So this is a really strong move. Once we get rid of the Crocodile, Psychium Z Zen Headbutt will one-shot, obviously one-shot a Mega Lopunny. It'll one-shot a Tapu Koko. There's really not much he can do about that. I really like Agility Metagross because it outspeeds the very common Choice Scarfed Victini, and Earthquake does, I'm almost positive Earthquake just one-shots it. I could be wrong. Okay, Earthquake does not one-shot it. Wow. Okay, Earthquake has a really good chance to OHKO after rocks. Okay, it has a 12.5. Oh no, this isn't max attack. What am I doing? Okay, has an 81% chance to OHKO after rocks. Once again, this is gonna be more of a late game sweeper, so Victini will definitely have some sort of damage on it, and we'll make sure we can bring something that outspeeds a Choice Scarf Victini to get a little damage on. on this thing. So this is our Metagross. This is going to be our win con. Look at my opponent's team. I think this is a good win con. I think it's fair. I think it's right. I think it's good. Now, what I do next is I build my defensive core around my win con. So Metagross is weak to ground and it's weak to fire. It's weak to dark. It's weak to ghost. Can't really do much about that ghost nonsense. So he doesn't have any stab ghost. The only stab dark he has is Crocodile. So something that can go ahead and go toe-to-toe with Crocodile would be Shaymin. Now, Shaymin is also weak to fire, so we'll get there. We'll definitely get there. But we're going to go with Shaymin here. Shaymin's weak to ice, fire, and flying. Metagross covers 2 of those, which is great. My opponent doesn't have any stab ice, so I'm not too worried about that. But this is going to be our next defensive Pokemon. That's what I thought. I thought this was going to be our defensive Pokemon. I'm walking you guys exactly through my train of thought. However, after running a bunch of calcs, Nexus has very little that wants to switch into a Seed Flare. Like, insanely little that want, like even Zygarde, because it's neutral, takes a butt ton from Seed Flare. Here we go. Shaymin. Seed Flare does 97 to 114%. That's not a switch in. Nothing on his team switches in. Even Serena would be his best bet, right? Serena would probably be his best switch in. Serena takes 45%. 45%. And then forget about it if I get the -2. Victini takes 36%. And then if he's at -2 after that, if I get the 40%, the next one is a KO. So we're gonna go Seed Flare. And plus I have to try to land Seed Flare at Nexus. This is a semi-competitive league and his Seed Flare missed and it was in the trailer. So I have to go ahead and try to land this Seed Flare. With that in mind, this thing is actually gonna be another semi-offensive, but semi-defensive mon. So the good thing about Shaymin is that it switches into a lot of my opponent's stuff. It kind of takes care of the Suicune. Obviously, like, I'm not gonna care too much about Calm Minds if I can drop its special defense by 2 with Seed Flare, so that will be dope. Obviously, a +1 Ice Beam is gonna do a lot to Shaymin, but maybe we'll damage calc that out and see what we can do. The big thing I like about Shaymin is Shaymin does fine against Crocodile. Shaymin doesn't care about Crocodile. It's a nice switch in for Croc. And that's why we really need this thing. I don't know if I'm actually going to go offensive. I think I have to go offensive. Let me just check what I did. This is kind of spoilers here. No, I ended up going just straight up speed and power. I think that's what we're going to stick with. My question is with Victini, because Victini's base 100. Victini is the only thing that I would speed tie with. And realistically, am I ever gonna risk that speed tie? I'm never gonna purposely risk it, so I might as well make this thing modest. I'm never gonna purposely risk it. I can outspeed Croc like this. Anything that's like Nihilego already outspeeds me. Zygarde already outspeeds me. Tapu Koko, they already all outspeed me. So very few of them can actually one-shot me, which is great. That's another thing I really like about this Shaymin. For the typical Tapu Koko, let's get rid of Choice Specs because I don't think he'll run Choice Specs. HP Ice to an offensive Shaymin only does 31%. 31 through 36%. And I think he's gonna have to run Timid Tapu Koko just for my Tornadus. Pretty positive. He might run Modest actually, but I think he's gonna have to run Timid. So we can go ahead. This is a really solid switch in for me for the Tapu Koko. And I like that because I'm gonna be switching into this thing most likely a lot. I'm probably gonna run Synthesis on here. And I think besides Seed Flare, I need some other coverage. And like I said, he's got a really big ground weakness on his team. I'm gonna go with Earth Power. We're gonna go Earth Power. I kind of want to go Giga Drain over Synthesis, but no, I don't think so. I mean, he has a good amount of, his team doesn't switch that well into Grass once the Serena's gone. Obviously, Nihilego switches in pretty well to this thing, except for the Earth Power. Earth Power just bodies it, so we have to run Earth Power. Now, this is where I'm a little torn. Part of me wants to run Healing Wish. Part of me wants to run, don't you get like Heal Bell? You have Aromatherapy. Part of me wants to run Aromatherapy on here, mainly because if Metagross gets paralyzed by like a scary Thunder Wave or something like that from Tapu Koko, a Body Slam from Snorlax, I don't know, something crazy. I need, or a Glare from Zygarde. I need to get that off of him in order to win. But part of me just wants to run Healing Wish because of that. I think I'm gonna go with Healing Wish instead. Because Nexus's team is so fast and powerful, it's semi-frail, not super frail, but semi-frail. And I think I just need to get positioned correctly, and I think Healing Wish could be really, really important for this. I know it stinks running max speed, max special attack, max speed on a Pokemon that realistically is only running 2 offensive moves, but I think it's what I have to do. So because we have this fire weakness here now, I have to go ahead and grab something that resists it, and my choice is gonna be Alomomola. I think Alomomola with Regenerator is gonna be great here. We're definitely gonna run Protect and Wish. I'm gonna run Scald, and I'm a little torn between Ice Beam. I'm a little torn between Ice Beam and... I guess they have the same HP. That's funny. Between Ice Beam and Toxic. So Toxic, he has 2 immunities potentially. The switch in on the Alomomola is most likely the Tapu Koko. 9 times out of 10. Scald can still break a Zygarde sub. And what's cool is that Alomomola also is pretty beefy. Like, Alomomola can hang with the boys. Obviously not against Tapu Koko. But for Zygarde, like, Outrage only, the choice, not choice band, it's Dragonium Z. Outrage does 36% to this boy right here. That's really good. We're definitely gonna make him defensive. 100%. I really wanna run more HP, but it looks like that's not gonna be the play. So if I take this and make this 40, 35 through 41%. So it does increase a bit. This already is a 120 wish. That's a pretty hefty wish. I think 122 is a fine wish. We don't have to get too concerned about it. This thing is gonna be eating more physical hits than anything else. 100%, because it's gonna want to Scald and burn some people. I'm gonna go with Toxic. I think I just convinced myself of Toxic. Like, whatever's in, Nihilego doesn't really want to switch into this thing. It's not gonna do much to me. I mean, it does do a good amount because I am more physically defensive than specially. Wow, even a Thunderbolt only does the 47 to 56%. And Scald does 23%. That's pretty cool. We can protect, get lefties, and then swap out. Wow, Alomomola is so good. So good. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Toxic because honestly, I think Toxic Wish Protect might end up being something we have to do against this team. This team is so strong that I think I'll have to do it. I could see Suicune switching in on this thing, like on a Toxic, and if it does, it gets Toxic, I know it's gonna be Crocoon. So I'm gonna hard swap right out into Shaymin at that point, right out into Shaymin, and just start firing off some Seed Flares. Anytime Suicune is in, I'm pretty much gonna go out into Shaymin. Yeah, this looks good. I'm actually happy with this. So we covered our fire weakness really well. His main fire Pokemon is Victini. In fact, let's see how Alomomola takes Victini's hits. Let's see. How do I fare against a Wild Charge? Wow. Wild Charge only does 22 through 26%. That is a move Victini gets, right? That is his electric type coverage. Oh my gosh, Alomomola is a monster. Yeah. That's crazy. That can't be physically offensive though. There's no way. Okay. Oh, he gets Bolt Strike. Okay, he gets Bolt Strike. That should be more what we were looking at. So it is 85% accurate. It's a Seed Flare move. Nexus ain't gonna use that. Nexus is not gonna use that. But Bolt Strike with the Electrium Z would definitely one-shot our Alomomola for sure. 100%. 100%. So our fire weakness is taken care of, but I'm gonna end up putting another resistance on here, I think. With Alomomola being on the team, I'm very tempted, obviously, to run my Tornadus, but he has that super scary Tapu Koko, right? Super scary Tapu Koko, and I already have an Electric Venus Radio. I do have an Electric Resistance in Shaymin, and Shaymin is my switcher for Tapu Koko almost every time. I think I have to go with this. I think I have to 100% go with you. We're going to go U-turn. So my question is, am I bringing hazards? I think I have to bring hazards. I think I have to bring hazards. I think I have to bring Nidoqueen. I had her on the other team, but I'm like questioning it now. But I think now that we're gonna have an immunity to ground and a resistance to the ground, we can afford another ground type weakness. I don't really want the ×4 ground type weakness in Heatran though. So Nidoqueen seems like the play. Well, let's focus on Tornadus. I'm pretty sure we're gonna bring Regenerated Tornadus because U-turn is just too good. His switching for Tornadus is most likely, I wouldn't say Nihilego, because a knockoff is gonna hurt. It has no defenses, so I think a knockoff would really hurt. I mean, his switching could just be either Victini or Tapu Koko. It could just be straight up Tapu Koko. Let's see what I gave the other one. Defog, U-turn, Icy Wind. Yes, okay. I'm so glad I checked. I really want to run Icy Wind on this thing. I really want to run Icy Wind on this thing. The reason why I want to run Icy Wind on this thing, like I just said, is because I think I'm gonna be able to put him in positions, I think, with this Tornadus, where he's gonna be forced to switch out. Whether that's using a U-turn on Victini, or just hard swapping into Tapu Koko from like his Serena or his Suicune. But you know what's crazy about this? I don't get stinking Whirlwind. I don't get how Tornadus doesn't get Whirlwind. I really wanted a phaser, and you do not get Whirlwind. That blows my mind. Absolutely blows my mind. Anyway. We're gonna go U-turn, knock off Icy Wind, because I think being able to control the speed a little bit on certain Pokemon is gonna be really nice. Like if Victini hard swaps into this, I don't think it will ever, but if it does, I think being able to pressure it, my biggest reason was being able to have something for Zygarde. Zygarde can fire off 1,000 arrows against me pretty free. Now, of course, 115 is the fastest thing I'm gonna outspeed on my opponent's team with this Pokemon, the Zygarde. So what I'm gonna do really quick to check what kind of EVs we're gonna run, we're gonna do the same thing as before. Bring this thing down to level 50. We're gonna give you we're just gonna give you max speed 183. So Tornadus needs to be 184. Okay, so we're gonna have to run a positive speed nature. And I said 184. 184. So now we have to decide what we're doing with the rest of this. I have to decide your fourth move first. Now I kind of want to run Defog to get rid of rocks, but because I have Regenerator, I'm not too bothered by hazards. Does Serena get Sticky Web? If it does, I'm gonna scream. It doesn't. Okay, cool. I'm not too bothered by hazards, honestly. Really? So like the reason why I think, by the way, the reason why I think is Tapu Koko is gonna switch into this a lot is because Tapu Koko outspeeds and knockoff isn't gonna do much to it, because knockoff is he might have the Electrium Z. So I think that's gonna be fine. If he doesn't do that, then he could be running a choice item on his Tapu. But anyway, I digress. I like Icy Wind. Now my question is, I kind of want to go max attack and just have the Icy Wind be like just there for Zygarde, but I have to see how much a negative Icy Wind does. Let's see. Icy Wind does a lot. That's max special attack though. Okay, well, it doesn't matter. Icy Wind is definitely a 2-hit KO, and I slow him down. I slow him down, it's a 2-hit KO, so it doesn't matter. If he switches in on that, it's over. It's literally over. So I think I'm gonna go max attack. We're gonna make these U-turns hurt really bad. Yeah, we're gonna make these U-turns hurt very bad. And what am I gonna run in this last slot? Am I gonna run Defog? So if I don't run Defog, I can run Assault Vest. Or the berry that stops electric type attacks from being super effective. Let's find out what that berry is. Super effective. Oh, there's nothing that searches for super effective hit. Let's look at all the berries then. Super effective. Is there none for electric type? There has to be. Super effective psychic, super effective electric. Wakan berry. So let's check out. This is not going to matter. I don't think it's going to matter. Tapu Koko. Wakan berry. No, not my item. Not my ability. Wakan berry. Okay, I live a Thunderbolt then. Totally not worth, but I live a Thunderbolt. I wonder if that's the play. I feel like it is. Because like Victini... Let's see if Victini goes for... Because this... Now I'm like playing out the first turn of the battle and it's got me kind of hype. Let's say he goes for a Bolt Strike. Bolt Strike does not knock me out. Knockoff doesn't do that much either though for some reason. Knockoff does 46%, but if he's holding a Z Crystal, it's not going to do anything. Oh, that's with no item right now anyway with Victini. Okay. All right, I wouldn't do that. I would not do that. I mean, I might U-turn on that Victini and just take the hit, because it'll cause him to use his Z move right away, and then I get a regenerator back anyway. I might actually do that. We might open up Tornadus tomorrow. It's obviously dangerous because of the Tapu Koko lead potential. It depends if he brings a hazard setter. His only hazard setter is Crocodile. Nihilego might get rocks as well. Oh, so does Steelix for sure, and so does freaking Uxie. If he has Uxie, we're definitely leaving Tornadus, and we're definitely going for knockoff, and then I have to run Defog. Do I really care about rocks? We're gonna put Defog here for now. We might stick with this. We're probably gonna stick with this. Am I gonna go with more HP? Probably not. I want Regenerator to be at its best, which means what am I mostly gonna be eating? I'm mostly gonna wanna be eating physical hits, so we're gonna go with this. There we go. Okay, so once again, now we have an electric weakness here. We have the electric resistance right here. So I think we have to bring the Nidoqueen just for the immunity. Nidoqueen also does really well against Tapu Koko. It's another really good switch in for Tapu Koko. And now this will allow us to bring Stealth Rocks. It'll definitely allow us to bring Stealth Rocks. We're gonna go Poison. We're gonna go Earth Power again. So let's walk through this. What are my switch-ins? Tapu Koko, I switch into Shaymin. Lopunny, I probably switch into Alomomola? Right? I actually think so. Alomomola and Lopunny. High jump kick only does 44%. Now, Lopunny can get Encore, which is very scary. But realistically, so we can never really click Protect against Lopunny, unless we're gonna hard swap out after that. But being able to fire off a Scald or Toxic is gonna be really, really nice. Yeah, okay, so this is my switch in for you. 100% my switch in for you. Yeah, definitely. Okay. Now if he goes for Power Up Punch as I switch in, it's a little scary, but I think we should be fine. I think we should be fine. Let's go ahead and... Yeah, okay, so Mega Lopunny, we have a switch for Mega Lopunny. Cindy Victini, I really think Alomomola is a switch in for that. Crocodile. Alomomola might be a switch in for that. Suicune, our switch in is Shaymin. Nihilego, our switch in is Metagross. Snorlax. I'm not really too afraid of Snorlax. That probably famous last words. Snorlax will probably be Shaymin as well. Honestly, I think Shaymin can just go toe-to-toe with Snorlax easily. Serena, our switch-in would be Tornadus. Zygarde, our switch-in is probably Alomomola. Alomomola is so important in this matchup. Steelix could be Alomomola, could be anything else. Uxie. Uxie might be Shaymin? Anything that can status, I get nervous. I think Uxie would probably be Tornadus. I would say Tornadus because we can get a knockoff off or a U-turn off right there. Plus that's potentially a hazard setter. Okay, so we actually, right now with this team, I have confident switch-ins to almost everything. I pretty much have confident switch-ins to everything. The best part about having a regenerator core is that, not core, but because they don't cover each other's weaknesses very well. They both share electric weakness. But the good thing about having a regenerator Pokemon is that you can scout out and learn a lot in the beginning of the battle. So I'm going to be doing that. I'm fine with Nidoqueen now. Nidoqueen, as you guys just saw, Nidoqueen isn't a switch into anything. I mean, like I said, it can switch into the Tapu Koko to stop the Volt Switch if he's running that. But besides that, it's not a true switch into anything. So it's not adding super value. I mean, it's a pretty good switch into the Nihilego, I think. Nihilego. And then Nidoqueen. Oh yeah, HP Ice does 43%. It does a lot, but it's not really a switch in then. Never mind. We could Eevee it so that it doesn't do that much. Because that's max special attack, Life Orb. So not what we're going for with this Pokemon. Do you get Roar? Yes! Okay. 100% running Roar and Nidoqueen. 100%. That means we're going with the Black Sludge. And we're making you bulky. We're making you bulky. I love having a phaser. I love having a phaser so much. We're probably gonna make this thing specially defensive because the Suicune. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna go with this. The fact that you can learn Roar makes me so happy, and it's so important. It's so important. So now, the last slot is kind of up for debate. It's up for shenanigans. Am I gonna put the rest of this in HP? Probably. We're just gonna go max and max. Max and max. Calm Nature. You're gonna eat up all the hits. We get a boost from our Sheer Force for Earth Power and Sludge Wave. But really, you're just here to Stealth Rock and Roar. You're here to Stealth Rock and Roar because if any residual damage on my opponent's team is gonna be so good. So good. Okay, so the last slide is kind of up for whatever. It's not, I don't know. We could run Raikou to take advantage. We have another fast Pokemon. Raikou outspeeds Victini. Raikou outspeeds Nihilego. And Raikou speed ties with Zygarde. We can go Cloyster because Shell Smashing Cloyster does mess up my opponent's team really bad. Really bad. Now let's look at our weaknesses really quick. We have 3 Pokemon weak to Ice. We have 2 that resist it. He's got No Stab Ice, so I'm not too concerned about it. And one of the Pokemon that's weak to Ice can regenerate. But Ice is a little scary for sure, so I don't want to add a Pokemon that's weak to Ice. Luckily, Raikou's not, and neither is Cloyster, so that's cool. Incineroar is also on my list of Pokemon that I want to add. I know this is crazy, but I don't think Megaladios is supposed to come to this. I think Megaladios is not supposed to come to this. Because Megaladios just lets Zygarde will find a way in and just either be able to click a Dragon-type move or set up on it. One or the other. And I don't want that. I do not want that. Now, if the Zygarde wasn't here, all I'd have to worry about would be getting rid of the Crocodile. But because Tapu Koko outspeeds me too, and can just go for any Fairy-type move it wants. Even Dazzling Gleam is still going to do a decent amount. I mean, we can Calm Mind and win that battle for sure. Lopunny outspeeds me and hits really hard. Like, Latias can just click, if it's max HP, you can just click Recover on any move except for Zygarde. That's the thing, any Pokemon except for Zygarde, a max HP Latias can just click Recover Calm Mind. But he's gonna end up running phasing as well, I'm sure. It's still this is just one of those matches where Latias is just too slow to run, I think. Even though the next Pokemon I'm considering bringing is slower, it has a little bit more utility. It's gonna feel so weird going in without Mega Latias. Seriously. Like if I add Mega Latias right now, we have 4 Pokemon weak to Ice, and that's scary. That's just scary. I'm so torn. Right now I'm leaning towards Incineroar or Mega Latias. Raikou I'm not really in love with right now, even though Raikou could be really good. Raikou's the second ground weakness, but so would third ground weakness, but so would Incineroar. That's where they're similar. The reason why I'm leaning towards Incineroar is because like Intimidate is going to be real. I think Intimidate is going to be great against Mega Lopunny, Victini, and Zygarde. I think Intimidate's really good against those Pokemon. Especially because we have Regenerators, we can just kind of abuse that. Oh my gosh, I think I'm going to go Incineroar. I think I'm going to go an NU Pokemon over our Mega Latias. That blows my mind if I do this. That blows my mind if I do this. It'll blow my mind even more if it pays off. I really want Intimidate, man. I really, really, really want Intimidate. Well, okay, so my switch in for Victini, though, is Alomomola. Like, I can switch into that. Incineroar was going to be my switch into Victini a lot. Because the other really good thing about adding Incineroar is that he gets U-turn. He's a slow U-turner, which is really, really good. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. We're going in our first game to that Mega Latias. I know this is scary. I understand this is scary, but looking at his team, with how fast everything is, I just have to make sure Tapu Koko goes down to an Earthquake from Metagross. I need to see how much damage I need to do to it. Metagross. Give me that Earthquake. 84 through 100 and some odd percent. 81.3% chance to KO Oko after Stealth Rocks. Okay, that's pretty high after one Stealth Rock. So we'll be able to get more damage off than that, for sure. For sure. Because when we switch into Shaymin, if he goes for a Volt Switch and then goes out into his Victini, we'll switch out into Incineroar or Alomomola. Probably Alomomola. The lead is going to be so important. The lead is going to be super important. If he has Uxie and if he has Uxie on his team, I'm leading Tornadus. I have to. I 100% have to. Definitely. Okay, I think I am going to go this over Latias. It just thinks because Mega Latias can literally just calm mind and set up. But the problem is that he has an Encoring. He's going to have Encore and Lopunny. So he'd have to get rid of both Zygarde and Lopunny in order to start setting up, and I'd have to have a full HP Mega Latias, which of course we can do with Healing Wish from Shaymin. We'd have to get rid of both those Pokemon first. That's scary. I'd rather just go with like, let's get another U-turner on our team right now. So now we have double U-turn here with Regenerators and Wish Passing. I'm fine with that. Okay, so then let's do this. Let's go with another knockoff user, I think. To that, a Darkest Lariat. What switches into a Darkest Lariat? His Crocodile. Really just his Crocodile. But knocking off whatever item that Crocodile has will be really nice if it's lefties or whatever. Like, Alomomola's leftovers are as good as gone, in my opinion. They're as good as gone. I actually might even just run eject button on this, because I know I'm going to switch this into a Crocodile. He's going to click knockoff, and then I can get priority and go out into like a Shaymin and click Seed Flare. That's super strong. I think Shaymin Seed Flaring is going to win us this game. I really do. I think that firing off 5 of those is going to be so good. Okay, this is taking long enough. We're going to go Earthquake, knockoff, U-turn, and we could go Fake Out. I mean, like I said, I don't really care about Fire Stab. Like, I'd almost rather just go Darkest Lariat over Fire Stab. I'm not seeing anything that really catches my fancy. I'd love to have Will-O-Wisp on this thing, but I want the Assault Vest. Like, an Intimidated Zygarde does nothing to Alomomola. Absolutely nothing. Okay, I'm happy we're bringing this. We'll just go Darkest Lariat. I don't think Fire Stab does that much for us. I know Flare Blitz is much stronger, obviously, but he can switch into Victini, Suicune, Zygarde on the Flare Blitz, and Nihilego technically, even though that would be a bad idea, I guess. But he can only switch in with his Crocodile and his Mega Lopunny. for my Darkest Lariat. So I'm gonna go with Darkest Lariat here. I could not run the knockoff technically, but we're gonna go with this. And then for EVs, we're just gonna go standard. We're gonna go standard Assault Vest EV spread, which is max HP. Why is it max HP? I feel like it should just be, well, I kind of see why. Because this thing is just a wall now. Intimidate makes it so that it's like he has an Assault Vest for both. I can see that. But part of me wants to like just bring this down a little bit. Make me really be able to eat some hits. I will go Adamant. No, I won't. I'm going Brave. Or Careful? I'm going Careful. What is Brave? Brave is plus attack minus speed. I mean, I don't need speed. That's true. I should definitely be taking. I definitely don't need special attack. I'm not running the Fire Blast. I'm not running the Fire Blast. We can either go max attack. Yeah, I'm gonna go max attack. I want these U-turns. Like, my whole goal is to chip away Nexus's team and then sweep with Metagross. So we have to stay focused on that. Max attack U-turns, well, not max attack U-turns, but really high U-turns, toxic, Seed Flares firing off, and Stealth Rock Roar. Also, Metagross can come in and click agility and sweep his entire team. That's the goal. That's the dream. We're gonna rock out. So this is our team for week 1. Just final notes. We have 3 Pokemon week to ground, and he's got 3 ground type Pokemon, 2 of which I think are coming, or at least 1. Zygarde's definitely coming. If Crocodile doesn't come, I'll be happy. If I'm not gonna have to worry about an Intimidator, I will be 100% happy. But yeah, I think this is a pretty well-built team. We have switch-ins for almost everything. Alomomola really messes Nexus's team, in my opinion. I think it really, really, really does. Obviously, Suicune can set up on it. I totally get that. We'll hard swap directly out into Shaymin when Suicune comes in, but besides that, I think Alomomola is going to be so important in this matchup. The fact that it eats up Zygarde hits, Megalopony hits, Crocodile hits, anything physical it eats up. Even Serena. What do you run, Serena? I have no idea what you run. Power Whip. That's going to hurt Alomomola. Okay, Power Whip hurts a lot. I'll tell you right now, Power Whip hurts a lot. 84 through 99%. That's the strongest Pokemon to my Alomomola, but literally Alomomola can't do much against a Shaymin. Serena can't do much against a Shaymin at all. I'm pretty sure Shaymin just, and that's great because Shaymin once again can come in. He can go for a knockoff, and Power Whip actually does a good amount. Wow, that thing is strong. I'd rather try Tornadus then. Tornadus takes so much from a... Why does Tornadus take so much from a Power Whip? How? Why does that do so much? Wow. I mean, he has to switch out, obviously, because a Hurricane is a thing. But man, that does a lot. Incineroar, here we go. Oh, baby. The last member of the team is exactly who we needed. Intimidate does... Power Whip does 26%. He's done. That's it. Click U-turn on that. Bam, bada bing, bada boom. We don't even need to... U-turn does 55% anyway. We don't even need to worry about having a Fire-type stat for this thing. We really don't. We U-turn... And I'm sure that Nidoqueen can hold her own a little bit against this thing. Nope, Power Whip one-shots you. All right. I mean, you're slower. Unless you're max speed, which I guess you will be. But we have Tornadus and Incineroar. We could just intimidate. All right, this is our team for week 1 of the UCL Season 3. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this format, please let me know by showing some shady loves, that thumbs down below. If this crushes 2,000 likes, we'll do this format again. If not, I'll just build the team entirely off screen and then just show you guys in the final week before the game. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you for cheering on your New York Mankeys as this UCL returns. I really do appreciate all the love and all the support. With that, though, I'm going to get the hashtag out of here. Have yourselves a fantastic day, but above all else, keep it shady.